Hey everybody, my name is Aaron and I quit my job to start a startup. I post new video blogs about my progress every Wednesday, so please remember to subscribe so you can see more. So, over the last few weeks, I've been reevaluating a lot of aspects of hi-hat. The main thing that's been a problem, and you may pick this up, is that finding bands to actively participate has been a bottleneck. And I originally had this idea that if I built something that had a clear value proposition to bands about staying in touch with fans and making some extra money, that it would be sort of a no-brainer. But the problem is that it's hard to know for sure that something like this is going to be successful. And there are a lot of apps competing for bands' attention that are offering similar value propositions to them. And without any proof, without any track record, without fans, without existing traffic, there isn't really a way for me to show that what I'm doing is any better than what anybody else is doing. And so it's not, by default, going to be worth anybody's time as a band. So, after some discussions with some trusted friends over the last week or so, I've decided to make some major changes to how hi-hat is going to work. It's going to be pretty different from what I've had in a lot of ways, but most of the backbone is already there. Most of the work that I'm going to have to do is actually on the client side to reorganize it. But the short version is I'm going to focus it entirely on getting fans in first and providing value to fans. I'm going to build a combined feed that is Facebook and Twitter and eventually other stuff, plus the internal chat, so that it feels more like a timeline/activity feed like Facebook than like a bunch of separate elements, which is what it had been before. So using that as the basic model, I think that plus listing shows is going to provide something that people might already be interested in. There are plenty of apps already that are just focused on people either in the same location, more or less, or with the same interests, more or less, talking with each other in a feed. There's, Whisper and Yik Yak and stuff like that. And the basic value for those is you jump right in and there's already interesting content. You can post stuff, you can get feedback, you can get upvotes, things like that. And I think that's a pretty compelling thing, given how many sites there are that are variations on that, sites and apps that are already working. So I'm going to focus on getting fans in the door. I'm going to start with listings for shows for local bands and combined feeds. And once I get enough fans that are really enjoying the content and enjoying the app, then I can go and reach out to bands and offer to let them get actively involved for free, including the ability to send push notes directly to the people that are already subscribed to them. I think this is going to be a winning strategy, and I'm actually really excited about it. A lot of the uncertainty that I've had over the last few months, it's had to do with trying to basically get the band side of the fan band, two-sided marketplace. That's been tough, and this solves that problem by not solving that problem, if you know what I mean. Sort of my favorite way to solve a problem, actually, is to realize that if I solve a different problem, then I won't have to solve the first problem. If you're watching this and you have an iOS device and you want to be a beta user, please get in touch with me. I would love to hook you up with the app. But if things work well and on the technical side, everything goes the way I want, then I'll have this in the App Store in a pretty short period of time. So that's exciting. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Remember to comment and subscribe and like and all that good stuff. I'll see you next week.